Alright, welcome to the transformation series of Bodyprocoach, and I've got somebody who's like a god to me. The reason I'm saying that, when you train an athlete, they put in a lot of effort to become an athlete, and today I'm sitting with an athlete. He works really hard and is damn young. I think I would say one of the youngest transformation that you've done. Joshua, welcome to the series of transformation. That's Joshua, guys.
Hi guys, what's up?
Great. So he's about 23 years, and you should see his legs when he works out. He has got some huge legs which is filled of muscles, and I've been lucky enough to train Joshua, and so I still remember Joshua that when he came up to me, he was amazing. Everything with this. So when generally I train people, I always notice that the heart is a muscle that always gives up. They trained me for about a few minutes, then
that first session, I remember that very well.
Exactly, but in the case it was different for me, I faced the only one challenge was the adductor tightness.
Correct, my flexibility.
Like flexibility was the only challenge, but as far as concerned, this guy could easily sustain my training, wherein when I train people it's about they can sustain for about 10, 15, 20 minutes, then they end up puking, they're lying down the floor all over the place. But in case of Joshua, it was a complete different experience when he stood strong till the end of it, and where I made him do a really intense session that day. Joshua, so it's been amazing, the journey of training you and seeing the results and your commitment towards the diet. It was completely, whenever we spoke about diet, it was 100%, So Joshua, I want to hear from you exactly the transformation, your experience of working out with Team Bodyprocoach. How was it overall?
Okay, so first I just want to say that the start to any change begins with mentality.
Yes, my man.
So
that's what I said. Athletes, they come with a different mindset. You find those kind of qualities only in athletes, isn't it?
I don't know, but at least for me, it's definitely the mindset. The first step towards a transformation is definitely your mindset. So that first day when I stepped into your CrossFit gym, I had no training in CrossFit before that, but that first day I stepped in, I remember I was almost dead. I've never had a workout that way. I've been into sports my whole life, but I've never had a workout that way. And that first day I went back and I was like, how can I do this? Like, should I continue going forward? And then I said to myself, I'm not going to give up. This is a new challenge, and it's a great opportunity to train with someone on a new level.
That's correct.
I have never done CrossFit training, but this training was something very different. It's not like a gym. It's explosive. It's high intensity. It's going to push you to your limits, and that's what I felt that first day.
That's amazing. That's amazing, Joshua. And Joshua comes from the place, where he stays, he has already, I think, 2 gyms.
I have a gym, yes.
He has 2 gyms in the building, which means a complete, very big gym rather.
Yeah, it's quite a good
But
gym.
still he comes and works out here. You do CrossFit as well as Pilates now, right?
I started Pilates about a month back, but CrossFit I've been doing for the past 6 to 7 months.
Correct.
You go to any gym, but once you start doing CrossFit, if you're an athlete, if you're even a normal person who just wants to get fit, once you start doing CrossFit, it changes your whole physique, it changes your mentality, it changes your positivity towards the workout. It's an amazing feeling after the workout, not during, because you're dying during the workout, especially with him. It's a great feeling. You're pushing to your limits, and results are just amazing. They speak for themselves.
I remember that, I think your transformation was about hardly month and a half. And we have rarely used any of the boosters, as in like testosterone boosters and such kind of stuff. I just put him on a normal diet, and the intensity was literally focused on the workout. The reason being is that it's always easy to train somebody who has already a clear mindset that I want to push myself. And I still remember that there are situations that when we were doing a set, I told him that it's okay, you can leave those 2 reps, but he will never ever. I still remember that. He will never ever give up those reps. He will probably fall down, but he will stand up and say, I'll do those reps. I really appreciate that for that. Joshua, now you've been an athlete and you've been playing sports, which is football, of course.
Yes.
From a very long time, I think from your childhood,
From my childhood, yes. From my childhood. Since I was about 6 to 7 years old, I've been into sports.
Right. So now, CrossFit training or we working on your flexibility and Pilates training, has it helped you to improvise your performance in the football?
As an athlete, 100%. You cannot go to a gym. I mean, you can train. You'll get stronger. You'll get physically bigger, but if you want to be explosive, if you want to have agility as an athlete, you want to be fast in the field, you want to sustain the stamina, you got to train like an athlete, and that's what we do here in the gym, in CrossFit, because it's all about, you know, moving weight as fast as you can. It's about when you're on the floor, how fast can you get back up. It's all about explosiveness, like I keep saying, because that's a very core aspect. If you want to be an athlete, you have to be explosive. You got to be able to change direction fast. You got to be able to, you know, get on the sprint. It's not about top speed, it's about acceleration, and that's what the training really helps you with.
That's something amazing. So I want to know that exactly. What kind of diet? So do you recommend CrossFit?
I highly recommend CrossFit to everyone, especially if you are an athlete. Like, this is the best way to move forward.
Correct. Yeah. And what about Pilates? What do you think about Pilates as a protein?
So Pilates, I feel, is the perfect mix. If you're doing CrossFit and you add a few days of Pilates, I feel for me that's like the perfect blend for a week of workout, because it's not as a high intensity as CrossFit, but I think people have this misconception that Pilates is, firstly, I thought it was for women, and it's not very challenging, but once you get on that reformer, it's all about the core, it's all about the stability, it's all about the flexibility, and it will shake you.
Trust me on this one. I was doing Pilates about 2 days ago, and I'm like, okay, these people are doing some easy exercise, and I'm like, I was literally screwed that day on the machine. I'm like,
I thought they were just, you know, like trying to get into a fitness regimen. When you start with Pilates, but it's not easy. It's not easy. No matter how fit you are, Pilates will give you a challenge.
That's correct. I'm just taking you back to those days wherein the training and the football training was going on, and I know that it was intense, it was long. So what kind of diet programs, of course I only give the diet program, sure. I want to hear from you that what kind of program that you followed, and literally how did you focus on those recovery patterns of yours?
Correct. So as an athlete, I've been, my fitness activity is pretty high, because I go for training, I come here, I train again. I've training as in football training, and then I train here as well with Praveen. So as an athlete, you need to recover. Protein is like the most important thing. So my diet, which Praveen had given me, was a high protein diet, very low carbs. There was very low carbs and a lot of fibers, a lot of fats, good fats that is. And once you follow your diet to the T, like he says, you're definitely going to get results. Like, he knows when I start a new diet, it's always that, you know, will it work, won't it work, how fast will I get an effect from it. But when I followed Praveen's diet, I just from the get-go, I was seeing results, and that was great. As an athlete, when you're doing so much of activity, you do need some carbs to, you know, recover sometimes when you have a long session in the morning and then again. So he did give me, you know, the good carbs that I could eat. I could eat sweet potatoes and all of that. So that was like, it helped me recover and reach my goal. And I definitely, you know, people say that you need carbs for energy, but I've been putting in a lot of effort in the gym, in training.
I've seen you training that you train really intense.
Yeah. It is very high intensity. So the amount of carbs that I ate, I thought would be very little when I started, but it was just perfect. I never had that drop in energy during the workouts. I never had that feeling like, you know, oh my god, I'm not eating today, because I was eating well. I was eating the right food. I
think that's the key part about it.
Right. And the biggest thing is you have to follow it. If you don't follow it, you're going to drop in performance. That's definitely.
And the diet book.
The diet book. Trust me, I've done a lot of burpees to say that I'm not going to cheat again.
I still remember that. Yeah. Joshua, any fitness tips for the viewers?
My biggest fitness tip is, again, it starts with your mind. So convince yourself you want to do it. Focus on it. A line I have is always, you'll get motivated to be fit, right? But motivation dies. Let discipline take its place.
This is amazing. I mean, I'm a big believer of discipline and the consistency. And as I said in the beginning, I didn't call him God, because just to say it, I genuinely mean it. See, all the athletes that comes across to me, they have done something really amazing, and I've always taken an opportunity to talk to them to understand it. And always I come across one thing, that is discipline. And that's like, they have been having that lifestyle, that mindset from years and years, and they get where they are. So hats off to you, bro.
Thanks,
and I think your dad and mama comes too here to the workout.
I bought them here now.
That's correct. So they do Pilates, and I think they're really happy with us too.
Yeah, they do. They're really happy.
Amazing, Joshua. Any other fitness tips? As like you spoke about the diet, you spoke about the mindset. Anything that you think that they're doing a certain thing that can get that thing rolling out. So I believe a lot of people want to get in shape, especially places like India. A lot of youngsters rather, they want to get in that shape. They dream to have a great body, but I think they lack, or they make it too late to step into the gym or go to the gym, or because we have a lot of stress and a lot of responsibility. They lay back, they take it easy. What do you want to talk about those notes?
I think the most important note to deal about that is what we are doing right here is the access to right information. Sometimes, because I remember when I started fitness, I wanted to be fit, and that's exactly the boat I was in. I did not know I was getting lazy, but it's actually about the right information. When you know what you're doing and like you follow your diet, you're not going to be lazy. You follow a fitness routine and you have the discipline, there's no room for laziness then. It's all about accessing this guy right here, getting the right information, your right fitness routine, your right diet, and you're off.
How do you motivate yourself? I think that's the biggest question of the day. And being an athlete, doing CrossFit, and you travel a lot. Yeah. And I've seen, you just showed me the video of you lifting some suitcase and doing some exercise. Because you did not have access probably that particular day to the gym. Yeah. So that takes a lot, when people when they travel, generally they literally go easy, Okay, yaar, I'm traveling, I want to be just easy, relaxing, boozing out kind of stuff. But motivates you, that one single aspect that motivates you.
Firstly, it's the effort that I put in. I don't want to let that all go to waste. Secondly, again, I say it's discipline. It's that never quit attitude. You cannot say that, I'm going to let it go. Maybe one day is fine, but you cannot let it go for a week, because that's like you're quitting your regime and you're letting yourself down for all the work that you put in before that.
That sounds amazing.
Yeah.
Inspiring, man, inspiring. I'd love to meet more athletes, and talking to you guys is something literally, because I've done a lot of interviews, I've done a lot of transformation, but when I speak to an athlete, that feeling that you come across is something really, really unique. Something really amazing. Thanks a lot, man. Thank you so much.
Thanks.
Cool.